It's a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. And now it's Christian Walker.
The first baseman, Walker.
2-2-2. Sneaks through, base hit, coming home. He'll score. The tag at third, and he's out.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
And he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration, so now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
That home run certainly worthy of another look with StatCast, huh, Singy? I mean, that ball screamed out of here.
Absolutely. I mean, we only see a handful of home runs with an exit velo around 116 miles per hour. And the best we usually see in a season is somewhere in the high teens. And every couple of years.
Now the throw to first on the run.
He's in there.
Not in time. That's a bunt single.
You knew it was going to be a close play the entire time, and that's exactly how it played out. Solid attempt by the third baseman, but it was always going to be tough with such a speedy runner going down the line.
So up next, Trevor Leahy. He's already homered in this game.
Third baseman, Trevor Leahy.
And that's a fair ball. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Wastes no time there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Yeah, the batter now, Seiya Suzuki. This to third, Leahy. One up, one down.
The batter,
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Trevor Leahy. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Alvarez stands at second with 2 gone. Yeah, that's fouled off. And he deals. In the air, right field. Suzuki on the move. Nabs it, and that's the third out.
Well, most of of the fans come to watch this All-Star game to see the talent that's just oozing from dugout to dugout. But for the players, it adds to the experience and the memory of being here. Nice job by the American League to win this All-Star game.
Trevor Leahy, ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. All right, ready to get underway. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Swing at a ground ball. Throw on to Freeman. One out in the top of the first. Now here is Trevor Leahy. Comes into this one with more homers than anyone in the National League. Hit in the air, center field. Myers settles under this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are two down. Back here in Queens, stepping in, Jake Myers. And he lays down a bunt. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Two outs and one in scoring position. Leahy was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement. And that one upstairs, ball one.
What a special moment for him, man. Getting that All-Star appearance is just awesome. A lot of good players who had really nice careers but never played in the All-Star game, so he should appreciate this.
And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Runner at first with no outs here. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Quickly to second for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play. Now here is Trevor Leahy. 0 for 3 in this one. Inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1-1.
Hammer, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now back, second baseman, Robbie.
Trevor Leahy getting ready. He's on an absolute tear this season, leading the league in runs batted in. It's the Houston Astros going up against the Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for two. And stepping in for New York, Trevor Leahy. Right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League. Line drive, caught.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swings and misses. Strike one.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
The Mets would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
And every game seems bigger once you get past the All-Star break, Boog. Some teams get paralyzed by that pressure, but the best teams rise to the moment.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone. He circles the bases. His 52nd home run of the season. And they add on. It's 3-1.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
And next for the Mets, Trevor Leahy. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
And another ball. Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
And a base hit up the middle. And that extends the inning. And here is Jake Myers. So the tying run at second. Hot shot to third. To Mauricio for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Trevor Leahy up now for the Mets. He's already homered in this game. Way upstairs, and that is ball one. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And another ball.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And a bunt towards third. And foul ball.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
And he drops it down the third baseline. Tosses across the first. Got him as he tried to bunt his way aboard.
Well, there it looked like the batter was trying to bunt for a base hit, and as he got thrown out, the runner advanced, so he's going to get credit with the sac bunt. You know, there's this red-headed announcer that I work with sometimes that gets really angry when that happens.
A one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. That one the other way. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Astros hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game. Leahy had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. 2 hits, including that long ball.
No question, he was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate, even in defeat.
Trevor Leahy ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. It's the Houston Astros going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. On the ground to the left, Leahy. Tosses to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Trevor Leahy up now for the Mets.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And that's a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. That's to third, Leahy. 1 at second. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. 1 out, bases empty. Fly ball to right. Conine. He's there. He's got it. 2 away. Mike Ford at the plate. Ground ball left side. To first. That's out number 3. Astros are back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
That one not close, and that's ball 1. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Struck him out without a swing. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. Two outs, runner at first. So up next for New York, Trevor Leahy. Foul ball. Just missed. Alvarez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is inside, and that's ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The Mets up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two outs. This one in the air, center field. McCormick has it sized up and makes the grab, and that'll do it. 2 homers in the inning. Leahy did not have a banner showing in this one.
Didn't light the world on fire.
West side, Compton. You already know what's up. Hey, yeah, pull up with a thing or two. Yeah, you know what I came to do. Slide down the avenue. Yeah, I had to do. Yeah, keep it playing. Think about running from there. Yeah, looking at the Lakers. Salam alaikum, walaikum salam. Why thank you? You really speak the line. I hate it. Bye, hate it. Bye, hate it. Bye, Felicia. Not today. Not tomorrow.
Trevor Leahy, ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. Here's Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, number 21, Pete Alonso.
On the ground. They take the force out, and that is the inning. One down. Now the third baseman, Trevor Leahy, entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. Outside with a breaking ball. The Mets looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Fouled off. He was late. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. Out. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Base is empty with 2 away. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. On the ground to third, boots it. Gets off a throw, whips it to Mountcastle, and that takes care of Alonso. 1 out, base is empty.
Touchdown.
One down, base is empty. That one ripped, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in there safely. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Adley Rutschman. That's to third, Leahy. Zips it across. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Hit in the air, right field. Cowser makes the grab, and that'll do it. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Orioles 2 and the Mets nothing. Leahy strung that hitting streak out for another game.
He's going to be a driver for their offense and change losses like this one to wins. He needs better days.
Trevor Leahy, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Hot shot to third. To Mauricio for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. One out. Runner at second. Leahy digs in now.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
And there's the ball. Leahy working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers.
Ball 2.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. He thought about it, but instead returns to second.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Got him on the off-balance throw. And that is the third out. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Rodriguez back to work. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
That misses. Ball 1.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Singy, he was the first to third. A dive. Nice stop. first, and they get the out. No outs, runners at first and second. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on, probably a challenge pitch coming.
And another ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
And they're all loaded up.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Ripped towards third. To first, and that is the inning. So bases all loaded up. Leahy getting ready to hit. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. 1 run across. Still finds a way to get off and throw, and he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Adley Rutschman. Sends it to center, and this should be it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets even this series up at a game apiece. Leahy kept the hitting streak going in this one. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
Definitely a strong game at the plate, Boog, and it's safe to say.
Trevor Leahy with an first and second, 2 outs. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. To third, tag, got him. That ends the inning and stops. So 1 out, nobody on. Trevor Leahy up now for the Mets. Outside low. And that is ball 1. Martinez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a 2-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Bader snags it for the second out. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
That one is absolutely belted back there. And it hits the fence. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Safely into third with a leadoff triple. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Trevor Leahy. That's in there. Strike 1. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That one missing inside.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next one misses, and it's 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Basallo makes the catch. 1 away. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. The other way, and a base hit right there. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way.
Trevor Leahy getting ready. 1 down. Now the third baseman, Trevor Leahy. That one inside. Ball 1. On the inside corner for a strike. One out, base is empty. That's in there. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Just misses with that one. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 gone.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Sandoval back to work. Just missed.
That's outside. Ball.
You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. And there's a foul ball.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 3. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
On the ground, right side. Bregman handles. Slings to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Alex Bregman. Bunting for a hit. Gets it to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 2 left on. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Mets 4. Back here in Boston, here's the third baseman, Trevor Leahy.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brudansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. Trevor Leahy, the next to hit. Hammered, base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 6-1.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Leahy, the next to hit, takes ball one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. 3 up, 3 down. Leahy managed to keep the hitting streak alive.
Oh, Boog, not great.
Trevor Leahy ready to go in this one. And stepping in for New York, Trevor Leahy, the top hitter in the National League entering today. Fouled off down the right side. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 1-1.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag to tag takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Casas doesn't stop, heads for home. There's the tag, they get him, and that's the inning. Runner at first with no outs here. Line drive. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Two out, space is empty. And that skips into dirt. The pitch. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there. And stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. 1-1 now. To third. Leahy. Throw to first in time. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. And that's downstairs. Ball one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Check swing, and he went. Strike one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-2.
Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand.
Trevor Leahy. And next for the Mets, Trevor Leahy. Leading the NL in home runs to start today. He's been a beast.
Get down.
Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. Red Sox leading it by 2. That misses. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
Here's a high chopper. Casas. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 left for the Mets. Man at first, 1 away.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
In the dirt.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Alvarez at first, 1 gone. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Bregman for 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Trevor Leahy up now for the Mets. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Devers throws out to first. Now only 1 out remaining.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
Leahy had a game to... Trevor Leahy getting ready. He's on an absolute tear this season, leading the league in runs batted in. 1 down. Trevor Leahy, the next to hit. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. And that's down a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Byron Buxton. On the ground, Leahy sends it across to first. That takes care of Buxton. 2 outs, base is empty. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Wallner. And makes the grab. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Man at first, 1 away. That one is absolutely belted. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
All over that one right there. That pitch came off the bat really well in the center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys can run down just about everything hit their way.
Leahy at the plate and takes high there. That one laced to center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. I could watch base hits like...
Leahy did well despite the loss. Put together a 3-hit performance.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get.
Trevor Leahy. Trevor Leahy up now for the Mets. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a hit. Headed for the plate. He will score and they take the lead. 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th. And stepping in for New York, Trevor Leahy. Fetty back to work. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw is late, and they don't get an out on the play.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Now one miss.
Ball, 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2-2.
That misses, and that's ball 2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now a screamer into the outfield. This one could be trouble. Alvarez through second. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Quips it to Mountcastle. And Correa retired. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic. Still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt. 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you. Just got to battle.
Leahy had a great showing in the win. 4 hits in the ball game. Trevor Leahy comes into this one. Trevor Leahy digs in now. He's someone who quickly made a splash at this level, Chris, a former Rookie of the Year. And there's a foul ball. Leahy wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. 0-1. To the right side. Into the outfield. Base hit. They fired in quickly. So it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away. Bottom of the 4th. And now for the Twins, Carlos Correa. Swing and a ground ball. Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Correa over to first. And a quick out, number one. Here's Byron Buxton. To third. That takes care of Buxton. One out, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So bases loaded with one away. Leahy getting ready to hit.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Buxton sizing it up. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runners tagging from second and third. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 14-3 now.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Leahy with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall.